Welcome to the Willy 1033 Community Spotlight, where we put a spotlight on our East Texas community. Here's Willy Station Manager Steve Rixx.
Good morning and welcome into the Willy 1033 Community Spotlight. We're back again today, and we're here getting ready for the Thanksgiving holidays. And so before we took off, we're taking some time off tomorrow and Friday to spend some time with our families, as you are as well. And but today we are going to be chatting with Natalie Thornton of CASA of The Pines. Good morning, Natalie. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Steve?
I'm doing great. I wanted to get you on here. And before we got on the air, we talked about my mom and my aunt were very active with CASA of the Pines, becoming CASA advocates years ago. And so that's how I became aware of a fantastic organization. And I've tried to be involved with it wherever I have been stationed the last few years. And I want to make other people aware of the great things that CASA does in our community. And also, I know that there's always a need for more advocates. I back in the old days, 7 years ago or so, they were always looking for men. We need more men advocates. So is that the case for CASA of the Pines?
Yes, absolutely. We're always looking to have more advocates. And it is certainly true that there's a lot of kids that they don't have really very good male role models. And so, CASA is sort of like having an uncle in your life or someone who's a mentor. And for some of those boys, it can be a really good way for a man to set an example of appropriate ways to make good choices.
Absolutely. I think it's important. We got to, what they say, it takes a village. It does take a village.
It does.
Tell me about what the mission statement is for CASA. What does CASA do?
Basically, when a child is placed in foster care, then the judge, during the beginning of the case, he or she appoints an advocate. And the CASA advocate is a volunteer. And that person is the person who's assigned to the case. And the case is either one child or their siblings. And so what they begin with doing is getting to know the children and the situation. They then make recommendations to the court. They do reports to the court, which they're helped by casework supervisors here who work for CASA. And they testify on behalf of what they think is in the best interest of the child, being not necessarily what the child wants or what their attorney wants or the state wants, but what they think is really in the best interest. And that's the key.
That is, so they're a stand-in, a representative for these children. And it's, like you said, it's an unbiased thing. It's we want to make sure that we're doing the right thing for the child in this particular situation, because there are a ton of different situations that children go through. And that's the thing I like the most, is that someone standing up for children who, and there's, from what I understand, there's even all the way down to like infants, are being represented at, throughout the ages, right?
Yes. Advocacy is different according to the child itself, but also the age. If a child is in our program and they're an infant, usually the advocacy deals a lot with the developmental needs and also placement, because with infants, there a lot of times there's placement is a pretty big key issue.
Absolutely.
In that.
Absolutely. Talking to Natalie Thornton, the executive director of CASA in the Pines here. And Natalie, if people want to get involved with CASA, if they want to find out some more information, maybe they have some interest in becoming an advocate, how can they do that? How do they reach out to you?
They can call our office. The number is 936-634-6725. I almost gave my own phone number. Is what I paused. And then also they can visit our website at casapines.org. Additionally, we have our Christmas home tour coming up too on December 7th. So they can visit that website to get tickets for that. This year is the 25th anniversary of that tour. So it's a kind of a big one.
It is a big one. Well, congratulations on that. And I hope that you have a fantastic event and a big turnout. And thank you for joining me here today on the Community Spotlight to talk about the great work that CASA does. And we'll have you back on to talk about more stuff later on, I'm sure.
Okay. That sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Natalie. Appreciate Appreciate you. Yes, the Willy 1033 Community Spotlight, talking to Natalie Thornton, the Executive Director of CASA of The Pines. Get involved, become an advocate, volunteer. It will make you feel better. It will warm your heart. It's a good thing. So thank you so much for being here with Willy 1033 Community Spotlight, and we'll catch